Caleb, what's been most energizing for you about attacking your development with Ben over the last 3 or 4 months?
I would say most energizing is being able to come in here and know that I have somebody that has my back, and we go through similar, scrutiny and all of that. So being in similar positions, but also in that way, and then also just you can feel his energy, you can feel his love for the game, us as players, and his want to win. And I think those are a lot of similarities in my life and my daily life and my game. And so having someone like that in your corner, it builds energy. Every single day to get up and come in here, find ways to get better, and try and lead these guys to victory.
This coaching staff has harped on you a lot about ball location.
Yep.
As you go forward, what's the message you hear from them when that's brought up day after day after day?
Yeah, it's the same exact thing. It's runner's ball. Give your guys the best shot because we got some guys on this team that can take a 5-yard route, a 15-yard route, or something like a go ball for a touchdown and break tackles, whatever they have to do to create explosive plays for us, big plays for us, keep us ahead of the stakes. And so giving them the best chance possible and giving them a chance is something that I've been working on, something that we've been building. I think a lot of the misses per se that I've had is through the early part of the season would be just building this trust and rapport with these guys, and it's us being on the same page exactly where you're going to sit and the body language and all these different things. And so that's a part of playing QB back there, and building this trust and rapport with these guys.
Caleb, Ben has talked about for weeks now about we're going to be playing our best ball in December.
Yep.
What do you need to do in November to get there?
Yeah, you got to go 3-1 in this quarter.
What do you personally need to do?
Me personally, I got to keep growing. I got to keep being consistent for these guys day in and day out. And when it comes down to game day and things like that, just be the same guy I am in practice. And then from there, go out there and when it's time to go win ball games, go win them.
You guys have played some defenses that are near the bottom of the league in passing yards allowed.
Yep.
How do you get a feel for how this is going to translate when the quality of your opponent steps up?
Yeah, I mean, the NFL is the NFL. I've said this probably 2-3 weeks ago that the guys out there are all ballers that are out there starting, and so it's there's no game necessarily where you're like, yeah, there's stats that y'all can go off, but when you go out there and you play versus those guys that those guys are playing for their life. Those guys are playing for their job and their team and their brothers, and so there's no slouch game. There's no any of that. We approach each game with the same mindset, and all these games build confidence. All the games that we've won, all the games that we've lost, just being able to find ways, especially in the losses, find ways to find solutions to the issues that kind of helped us to lose, and then when we win, keeping those solutions and fine tuning them to keep going.
Caleb, Ben talked about the front for this defense. Yeah, what's your scouting report on it? Burns is I think first in the NFL in sacks, but when you look at the front and especially that pass rush, what do you see from this Giants defense?
Yeah, they're I mean, as player to player as it gets, they're up there with the top of the league of athleticism, strength and speed, finesse moves, all these different things. So it's a great challenge for us up front to be able to go out here and do the things that we need to do. I think a part of it is me doing my job with having everybody on the same page when the ball needs to be snapped. And everybody firing off and everybody can move as one. But those guys on the other side, they're unbelievable talent, unbelievable players. They got great players on the back end also. But the strength of this team is probably up front, just with the draft capital, all these things that they've spent on that over the past couple of years.
How significant is it to be at the halfway point of the season, 9 more games to go, and to already have matched the win total from a year ago?
I wouldn't say it's. I think it's just a different year, different vibe. I think we've done a good job in some of those games that I would say that we last year that we didn't do a good job in the close games, the tight games, and I think we've won those games. And now we need to get to the point where we're hitting all cylinders as a team, all 3 phases of the football, to be able to go out there and put up a lot of points and keep the other side with the least amount of points possible.
In a game like that against the Bengals, before that final drive, how do you keep your composure personally and keep calm, knowing, hey, we got to go down and score?
Yeah, I think that's I think first is, when they have a explosive offense like that and then they have the kind of start the game off how we did, you kind of get into that mindset of, what type of game it's going to be. And so, I think that was also a thing throughout the week, is also understanding that, that's explosive offense over there. They got some guys that are all pro, top of the league. And so, being able to get in that mindset early on, but also, when the emotions start going and the roller coaster starts going, you try and be on, equal ends of the roller coaster where, you start flat and the end flat. You don't try to, be in the middle. And so, I think that's my mindset in those moments. And I also understand the guys are looking at me to be as poised, as calm as possible, so we can come out with the victory in the end.
This is the second time this year you're facing a quarterback who you went to college with, right? Start there in 21?
No. He left right before.
Oh, he left before
He
you
left
got-
right before I got there. Yeah.
You know him at all?
We've communicated over the years every once in a while, but nothing like hanging out or anything. He's come back to LA and he obviously has friends that were my friends at USC. So he's been around. We've met each other and things like that. But yeah, we're not like friends or
Do
anything.
you appreciate the challenge that he has as being a rookie in a big market team?
Yeah.
Going through it the way you went through it last year?
Yeah. I think he's been doing a great job with it. I think he's been in some big markets. He's been in LA before and things like that. So I think he's used to it. I think he's doing a great job with it, and he's providing a spark for that team. And so kudos to him.
When your run game looks like it did last week and the contributions that you had in
Yep.
that as well, like what did you take away from watching it back, and how do you think the way it looks Sunday, if it can carry forward, how can that hurt defense?
Yeah, I think we need to carry both my legs when it's needed, or when it shows up. Not trying to force that or anything like that, but when it shows up, take it. And then for the run game, let's keep that going. That's big for us as an offense to keep us on track and things like that. So I think that's something we need to obviously, and I think that's something we're going to keep focusing on to make sure that keeps going, because trying to be balanced throughout the whole year only helps us.
Do you remember in high school playing against Bosco when
Yep.
Ungai was there?
Yeah.
What do you remember about those games?
Uh
I think you guys won most of them.
Yeah, we won. I've actually talked trash to him about it. But no, it was a great game back then, and then they had us in one of the games, and it was time to come back and go win the game. And that's what happened. And then the next game that we played them a year later, we kind of it got ugly. So.
What role do you play in just helping your team kind of turn the page after an emotional win like the one you had on Sunday?
Yeah, we understand that we got, we're 5-3, and we understand that what's in front of us and where we want to go. We really enjoy winning, and so we want to keep that going. So we got to find ways to be the same team each week, and find ways to get better from that. And I think with all that, you go out there and you play the game, you give your best shot.
It seems like on the outside, Ben's really good at helping you guys just kind of come back in on Monday, new week, like
Yep.
let's go. Is that your understanding as well?
Yeah, I think we got some vets on this team also. That understand that's been through some big games and some long seasons and things like that. So I think the tandem of them, the vets, and then also Ben, in that mindset of moving on to the next game next week. The 24-hour rule is real, and that's something I think we've done a good job with.
You understand what's in front of you. What is in front of you?
Everything we want.
Okay.
That's everything that we want. But we got to focus on this week, and then after we come out victorious this week and do everything right, we focus on next week and trying to be 1-0 that week. We do that again. And we keep that going. We keep that mindset going of trying to go 1-0 and coming out victorious each week. We'll be, in the position we want to be at then.
Thanks, Caleb.
Cheers.